Why, how about that Wide Web, video land, world of Star Goats? It is I, your favorite Star Goat, Stephen Gray. And as usual, I am so happy and grateful to welcome you, my favorite Star Goat, who is made up also of Stardust, here in this present moment in time, which is naturally the greatest of all time. So I put this little bubble thing on my thing, and I got this thing from a friend of mine that was a friend of mine that's, a friend of mine. Anyways, I'm not here to name drop or point anybody out, but I am here to tell you all about the 1970s, which I was not a part of. So I'm not even going to talk about it because I don't even know if it was real or not, honestly. I did not. Oh, I did check. I did a mic check, and the little green line was going woo, 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 woo. So I imagine it must be working, right? It's got to be. So, what are we going to talk about for the next hour of our lives? I have exactly all the time in the world to talk. I have X here in front of me where I can see the live feed. I don't have to roll around these different places and try to figure out whether or not I probably can't put that on my page. My heart started racing because I just realized I was wearing a shirt that might get me, what do they call that? Censored. So let's do this. There. Now all you can see is that. And it's like, what's that? Well, I don't know. Some stars and some fingers of somebody. Besides, you get a better view this way anyway, don't you? So you're wondering, what am I putting on the TV behind us? A little song that I like to call. Well, it is what it is. It's Fatboy Slim. Oh yeah, you know it is Fatboy Slim when we pull up the DVD player, which is actually a Blu-ray player. And if I'm reading this correctly, today is Thursday. It is May the 7th. Is it anybody's birthday today? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I know it's Jimmy Donaldson's birthday because I saw that in a message earlier. And happy birthday to everyone who's celebrating a birthday today. And happy birthday to all the unbirthdays as well. Happy birthday to you. Yes, I ended that differently. So now you can't be like on 10 on 2. Yeah, you can, but you gotta do it jazzy. 3 and 4. Scooby Doo Dooby Doo. I always want to know why do people want to jump around apps all the time? So this one's going to sign into another thing. I'm gonna say no. It's trying to sign me in, but I'm like, don't sign in. Just do it without an account. Just open up the Blu-ray player. And eventually, I probably could just bust out my Fortnite on this machine, but really, I shouldn't. I should be fixing the screen. It looks a little tilted there. All right, so I have this printer out. You can see I have Hunter Thompson with me, and the DVD is loading up, and it's going to just be rocking up in here. We're just going to be like, oh, there it is. Oh, see what make it look like. I should probably change my gear. So, can we have like an intermission? Does anybody else wanted to join in? It's been about 5 minutes. Normally, it takes a little bit of time for this to populate, and really, it's just a lazy Thursday afternoon. I'm just chilling here, uh, looking at different things that are going on. did some caregiving work today. That's my favorite thing to do is go out into the world and help people and just be a part of people's lives. I think that's probably one of the most important things that anybody can do. Really is if you have that free time and the ability to go out there and intermingle and fraternize and just join a community, just be a part of it. Do it. Like be active, be the character. You know, Bob Marley was famously quoted as saying in that song uh, something about a page in a book. Yeah, I don't know. Which reminds me, comments are available if you do wish to correct me at any given time. I'm happy to take any critical criticism. Don't take criticism very lightly. I've noticed I get really angry really quick. It's quite wild. um, it's not that I'm angry. I'll get more annoyed than anything. When I get annoyed, um, I probably just need a Snickers or some pizza. I love that sound. Yeah, yes. I understand that. We're having a discussion about going for long walks and how sometimes that can be painful. The journey is sometimes painful, but at the end of the journey, or maybe just along the journey, you can say, you might catch a silver lining. You might catch a glimpse at the reason to why you had to suffer just a little bit to have a lot of it. And that's not always, like the situation. So I know everybody needs me to change the shirt. Oh, I was going to hit play. So I'm going to leave you with FBS for a second there. You guys can watch this go down. You can see, like, I have the TV now up on top of the amplifier. You can see the black light. You can see all the stuff happening. The piano, there's some wires still. I can still see those hanging out. Kind of like them, don't like them. I think, honestly, this just, like, says it all, doesn't it? Like, do I even need to be on the screen? I have to go tell my Alexa thing to be quiet, too. Alexa, stop. I swear I just heard somebody screaming outside. Didn't I show up yet? No. All right. I didn't change my shirt. I got a snack instead.
What's up, man?
I'm going what? Oh, I got a thing. Yeah, I got Fat Boy Slim playing music. I was doing a live cast. They're on TV. I'll mute it. All right. So I'm going on for 20 minutes, and we are going to play some Fortnite. Should probably turn the volume down so we don't. That's why we had to change our clothes. We didn't want to get busted for like the whole copyright thing. And then you don't want to get busted for that. So it just starts playing the music automatic. Like, Fortnite's here. Let me just mutate that. And there we go. Let's see. Where am I? Channel. Doo, doo, boop, doop, boop, boop. I really should be doing like some chores and stuff. But like, no, let's go dressed up. Let's go live. Let's talk to people. Let's talk to the world. And not even dressed or ready for any of this. Are we locked in? Are you ready to go? There we go right now. Okay. So, that's good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. And so we're there and we're here. And hello. Welcome to the show. I know it's been 20 minutes in, and in the beginning, I was wearing a shirt that was most likely going to get me copyright infringed. So I decided to go change and put on something a little more cordial that would represent our time here spent together and the things that I would like to establish as a human, from one human to another. Um, Most importantly, gratitude. That's really what I'd like to just talk about. How grateful I am to be alive, to be able to uh, engage with people from across the globe, and definitely, if you are able and willing, and you have something to say, this channel was made for you. This for all of us. I put this together because I believe we are all composed of stardust, right? And right now is the moment. It is the greatest of all time. I believe you have a voice and you have something to say. I have something to say. What are those things that we have to say? What are they? Just the internal dialogue? Where did that even come from? It was all trained. It was choreographed, right? It was instilled, our education. We absorbed it. Repetition over and over. And then through the act of things working out, right? The proof is in the pudding. Boom. Let's keep doing it like that. I'm going to email with this guy right here. Allow me to clear my throat. Excuse me. I always like to mute the mic if I have to ever, you know, I don't want to be doing that on mic. No. I just want to give you the bust. The bust of the bust of the bust, right? Most definitely. Yes, indeed. I don't know what that voice is. Can I keep doing it? I don't know. Is it Australian? Is it British? Is it just me lingering in the sounds? It's me lingering in the sounds. So I am flying across the island right now on the battle bus. If you're wondering why I have this in my hand, isn't that controller pretty? It's all like iced out. And I'm deploying my glider as I have departed from the bus, and I'm flying across the sky. So beautiful. So, I also had a phone call. I was having a video conference with a good friend of mine, and we were discussing long-term planning, strategy, uh, silver lining, and just the overall interactions that we have with one another in life, which is what I kind of opened up with in the 20-minute mark. Uh, so I do dabble in a bit of behaviorism. I was going for also, I'm going on 2 master's degrees right now. I need to call the university actually because I had paused one and I started the other. the first one I started, I have 5 courses right now, which puts me at a little almost halfway for my master's in educational leadership. And I am way over halfway. Honestly, I should just finish the master's in business administration and then continue the leadership in education. And at the same time, yeah, at the same time, I should probably go back and enroll for the uh, coursework to pursue a medical doctorate. Because that is the overall goal, right? To have just a lot of different degrees and specialties. You have one area of focus, and you need the supporting work in order, to have essentially the ground to stand on, right? Uh, you want people to cite your work, and they're only going to cite your work if you were citing other people's work. Uh, and that goes back to this interconnectivity that we all share amongst one another, and have the ability to get on the internet and just open up and have open discussions. And uh, you know you can mansplain or womansplain, however you like to call it. We all have our opinions, and there might be factual or speculation, but it's important to be able to be in a safe place where you can have these discussions with one another and not feel the overwhelming. Uh-oh, I got footsteps. You know what that means? Ooh, I got a pretty gun. I got a legendary. I think they're SM something. There it is. No. He hit me a couple times. That was pretty good. That wasn't bad. So back down to 115 health. I was up to 150. I'm gonna take his little slap juice thing. He had no good weapons. That was his problem. So I'm back up to 150 health, and now we're at 200. I found one of those 50 shield potions. I had a couple of the smaller ones, but now I have 2 Vector 7 DMRs, and I'm gonna get this Nemesis because it's a bit of a sprayer. And I also have some dynamite, and it's bouncy dynamite, which makes it just like the funniest stuff because you don't know where it's going to go sometimes. All right, let's see. I got more footsteps, so I want to lure this guy towards me. And there he comes. He did not like that. That guy definitely just rage quit. No, he's watching. He's like, that did not just happen. No, that just happened, buddy. So let me tell you what just happened. I was like really deep focused there. But I threw the dynamite in one direction and I walked, but then I crouched so he wouldn't know which direction I was going. And then when he came to the bush where I put my footprints where he would have thought that I was, I threw the other stick of dynamite I had right there, and I built a wall so he couldn't get past it. And so he was stuck over there with the dynamite. It was a little strategy. I kind of planned it out because I didn't lose barely any health. And then I jumped up on top of the wall that I built, and he tried to like knock me down. Jeez, that is such a far distance. Boom, 64. Boom, I got him. Wow, that is such a far distance. I cannot believe I got that shot. Oh, and there's his buddy right there. There's the guy he was fighting against. Oh, he started running. He's coming towards me. I think he wants a piece of the action. Let's see if he gets within range. Because Because, I mean, I sniped, that must have been, here, let me mark the wall. That was 232 meters. So I guess it wasn't that far. It was a pretty good shot. They were like just little dots on my screen. Oh, there's the guy. He's running across the road now. 5, 4, 3, get in front of him. Oh, no, not far enough. Some bushes. So he goes up the wall, going straight line. Shouldn't have done that. Dang it. That's all right. That was pretty good. All right, where'd the other guy go? Beep, 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 beep. Doop, 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 doop. I'm supposed to be checking notifications on my phone. Should I go down there and chase those guys? Nah, let's not chase them. Let's just jump on this like little thing and you like fly up into the air. What are they called? I can't remember. They're fun though. They want you. If you have an opportunity, definitely get out there and go to your local library. If you have, oh, we got a friend who's not a friend. Where is he at? I see his footsteps. I thought I just saw him. That was weird. Did he, like, fall into a hole? Oh. Oh, somebody shooting at me from down somewhere. I see. I don't know if he even saw me. Oh, got him. All right, his friend's over there building. I see him right there. Boom, got him. All right, so I'm up to 5 kills. There are 15 players remaining. All right. Wow, they're taking my life. They must I thought 2 of them at least knew I was there because somebody was shooting at me. I saw all these bullets whizzing past me. I was like, pew, 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 pew. All right, so I know there's a lake up here, and I have this magical fishing rod. I need to go to the lake. Oh, I see it. Oh. Wow, that scared me too. That's cool. Everything is good in the world. All right, so I got this fish that will give me people's location apparently. I had a full health. There are 5 players remaining. And let me go over here to this rivalry board and get my daily XP. And then, should we start a rivalry? Because if we start a rivalry, I think it'll show me one of the players' location. This one guy, he was totally about it. He came after me and was like, man, how? He was like on the hunt. He totally enabled that thing and boom. Like just tackled. Like, jeez. Kind of like how I just did right now. I got this guy, Lord Green Bucket. Yeah. Where is he at? Let's make sure everything's full ammo. Oh, just a little bit going up this mountain. Looks like I should be within sniping range. Oh, the grenade, the dynamite, a couple sprayers, some dynamite, snipe, and oh no no! Somebody got me with the Vector from across the way. It was Lord Greenbucket. I wasn't paying attention. He got me with the sniper. I was talking about the sniper, and I ended up with 4th place. That is spectacular. So, if you're wondering, yes, it is the 1970s and also 2002. Got Bad Boy Slim going on and the TV over there, and we have Axe over here, and I was drinking water, and I keep getting phone calls, and yes, I think the microphone is on. It is on. So, what is going on? Comments? Anyone? No? Nothing? Okay, so what have I learned? Let's go in last week. Actually, it does expand further back than that. It goes pretty far back. As a matter of fact, the history of this conversation dates back to a long, long, long time ago. So far back that I'm not 100% sure if we could even give it numbers. I would have to say it was 1947. That was the year. I'm just kidding. No, there was a few things that came to my attention, and it just brought the overall awareness that there's a huge difference between the different frames of mind around how wealth and prosperity and a thriving state of homeostasis. Can you say a state of homeostasis? Because homeostasis is the state of goodness. I don't know. Not feeling very scientific. So everybody knows that they're doing a grounded thing, like eating meat. Don't do that smoking thing. Smoking's not good. Yeah. But time is upon us. It is May. April showers bring May flowers. And it has rained, and the flowers are aplenty. And now it's going to get hot, incredibly hot. And if we can do anything about it, we're going to try. If you have been watching, I mentioned a while back that I created an app for rain dancing. Yes, summoning the rain. Exactly. Exactly as it sounds. Exactly what I said. We are working on manifesting the weather that we need and let it be actual physical activities that you partake in. Like, I don't know, go to school, learn geology, find out why there are dams, where the water's going, how the water works. That was an assignment. Has anybody ever done that assignment? Find out where your water comes from, and you do like a little reverse engineering on the process of the water works. Plumbing, where does it go when you're done with it? So these are all valid questions, and throughout the span of human history, we've always just moved with water, right? Some people say it's the food. Well, of course, of course. What's that element that keeps the food around, right? Not drought. Not living in those regions, are we? Las Vegas. What are you guys doing out there? Like, there's nothing there. Is there? Is there a well we don't know about out here? Could be. Now, I have over time learned that all of the water that goes to Las Vegas has to be diverted to Las Vegas. And it's like, I think about it. I'm like, well, what if I just like take this blood vessel and I divert it to like feed this side of my arm over here? Like, I don't know. Is it something we can compare? Right? I think that's a valid question. What else do we got? I'm looking to see if anybody's posted comments. No, no, just looks like we have about 20 more minutes on our hour. If you do have questions, I'm also going to check the direct messages if you didn't want to make that public. No, no. Oh, there. Let's see what that says. Boop, doop, 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 boop, doop, doop, boop, doop, 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 doop. Yeah, I just like combined 40 different songs. Why? Duh. Copyrights, trademarks. People get hurt. You know, you don't want to have people all hurting. Uh, mm, well, I'm going to say I'm gonna rub those feet because that's what you do, right? Feet, and that should begin with. Should say spoiler. That with like a red light. Didn't work. Why am I missing letters? LIGH. And then enter and push that button. They changed up this whole typewriter on. No, it's not called a typewriter. We'll call it a keypad. Yeah. Are you guys really curious about the whole wealth thing conversation? Because I'll talk about it. I'll talk about wealth generation and what that actually means. But I'm going to get very spiritual on you. We ain't going to talk about money. Nope. New Siri Bob. Do you know Siri Bob? I could. Where's the foot emoji? Do you send out a lot of feet emojis? Do you get those? Do you send feet pics? Do you have an OnlyFans with only feet pics on it? I hear a lot of people do that. And hey, that's totally cool. You know, if that's your thing, that's your bag, baby, then that's your thing. What do I like to do? I like to eat different types of food, which reminds me, I should have put 2 corn dogs in my little toaster. Who eats corn dogs? Raise your hand. I like corn dogs with mustard. Oh, delicious. Yeah. I did eat that granola bar, and it's like a piece of it just floating around everywhere. That probably not the most ideal food to consume when you hop online. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got an hour, and I already know that the first hour it takes a little bit of time. Everybody's like, oh, he's online. Hopefully, he's online in an hour when I get off work or when I'm done doing what I'm doing. I understand that. That's why I'm happy to completely forget that I said, got an hour? No. I know you guys are just waiting for me to play a song, right? Are you tripping on the tie? I'll tell you all about the tie. That's Marley's tie. I'm wearing Marley's tie. This is in honor of my little fluffy dog, Marley. He passed across the Rainbow Bridge last year in August, September, and God rest his soul. He went up there. Now he's up there and doing Marley things with the angels and all the loved ones that are there waiting for us to come join them. I know I bring up the afterlife quite a bit. As an ordained minister, I feel partial. I have to reach out to people, and a lot of that is that base core trust that we all have for one another. And I don't really talk on the subject as much and I think a lot of it has to do with my inability to remain, what is that, subjective or objective, where I'm not full gonzo submersion in my story about it. And instead I can give you perhaps a parable. When you've heard, maybe you have a turd. The funniest recent one in the last, I think, 25 years would have to be the Bush Jr. when he said something, shame on. What did he say? I don't even know how to say. I don't even know. Like, it was so bad. I don't even remember how the original is or the screwed up version is now. I'm going to say, screw me once, shame on you. Screw me twice, shame on me. That's not even how it goes. What did he? Oh, man. I'd have to look it up. Somebody out there knows. Just the question is, are we going to? Is it really that important? No, because we know what it means. We know what that's all about. Oh, one of this cool musician guy started following me. I love a good musician. Somebody who's in touch with the instrument. I know that's what you're waiting for. Me to get up off the floor and stand up and show you that I'm not wearing any pants. Just kidding. I'm wearing shorts, not pants. I do want to get in on that corn dog situation. What is my butler's name? If I had a butler, what would I call my butler? Bob. Duh. Bob the Butler. That was such a funny movie. Tom Green and the team. It's peculiar, the things that become cult classics versus mainstream. And when we talk about trust, there's different levels to that where we compartmentalize, right? The different levels of the information that we allow to guide our lives, right? So, for instance, you see a character like Tom Green portraying different archetypes and personas, and they're relatable because they're so human, and that's where the comedy, the underlying score of that, where we're like able to be familiar but not be that person, and it's like he's doing it for you, right? And so you can like watch it, but we don't talk about it. But when he was in Road Trip, for instance, even the character he was in that movie, he was still very much in that, I don't like to use the word odd because it wouldn't be that. It's just like he was just with a different frame of mind. You have different approaches to everything, how you perceive, how you respond, how you react, right? And this is in contrast to, or other roles that you see people playing. Is it John Goodman and Denzel in Fallen, right? They're like, time is on my side. Yes, it is. Right. That was a good one. Denzel. The Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones did that, but somebody else, a lot of people did that song. Come to think about it, but the information that we got out of that was that the trust that we have for one another really does rely on a knowing, being okay with not knowing. And It's just an interesting world, isn't it? Man, like, how do you know somebody always has your best interest at heart, right? You traveled across the United States. How many people could you lend your car to and they wouldn't, spill ketchup all over it? Or if they did, they would do their best to clean it up, right? Or you pull up to an intersection, everybody at the intersection, starts waving the one another to go through, and everybody's, waving back, and you know, people move slowly and cautiously when they're around one another. It's not like, the parking lot. There's so much parking in the parking lot, not at the front. Why? Why is that not the same reasoning? Is it really that far of a walk to get from any point in the parking lot to any place in the store? From where you are right now to the next couch, how far is it? Are you on the couch? I mean, I'm guessing there's hotels and furniture stores, and it's just an endless amount of office furniture everywhere. But who do you trust to sit on your furniture? How do you categorize that? How do you label them? And then there's the cymatics aspect of the situation. What vibratory frequency are they leaving there? You've heard about the mirrors, the law of mirrors, sure. But there's also your perspective, like your actual in real life seeing the world and people around you, right? There's that as well, like reflections in the glass, in the car, in the spoon, in the rim of the monitor, in the monitor itself, in my glasses. Can you see all these different reflections? Do you see people in the reflections? Right? Like those infinity mirrors. And how many different ways can you be perceived? Infinity, infinity. I can promise you that. All these different ways to observe existence as it is happening. And how do we choose to be in these moments is what I'd like to get to the bottom of. I would very much like to know, what is the driving force behind intrinsic motivation? Why does anybody and everybody do what they're doing? I know a lot of our society in this modern day and age will tell you they need a paycheck. The movie we put on the wall the other day, that was so good. Uh, the Great Wall. I'll tell you exactly. You already know who was in it. It's a recent one. They just put it up on these subscription services. It must have been like Amazon or something. I mean, I subscribe only to Prime at the current moment, I think. I might have Apple TV. I haven't looked at it in a while. I was watching something, but I'm waiting on the next season. Number 2 in the US is Citadel. Wow. I think I might need to check that out. So, all right. Well, that was. I should have went to cancel that. Anyways, it's on there. You can go find it yourself. We're 54 minutes in. I promised you 6 more minutes if anybody would like to have an open discussion and talk about these different components of behaviorism. Most of it's just speculation. I'm not on the school library right now. I didn't pull any PDFs for this conversation. This is just a peer-to-peer open discussion. Questions, wondering this and that. Why do we entertain one another with falsehoods and let falsehoods become societal truths? Such a good question. Something that definitely perplexes me all day, every day. 64% annoyed. And then the other 36%. I'm totally just happy, just like I was telling you at the beginning. Grateful, very grateful. So I'm going to tell you again, use your voice. You are amazing. Go out into the world, be that main character, be the energy, sing the songs, sign up for Christmas carols right now. It's May. It's May 7th. It's the day before the 8th. And you know what that means, right? You don't know what that means. 5-4, 5-8, 5-8. No, nobody knows what 5-8 means. Well, look, 8 subtract 5 is 3. All right, and 3 subtract 5 is 2, so that's 23. Duh. No, it is actually. It's an international phenomenon. Even on the Arabic Persian calendar, you can find that information there. The number 23, Jim Carrey. He's existed for all of time. You know that, right? That is not real. Can you hear me? Is this thing on? No LOLs? Nothing? I don't know. It might be on the other platforms. I don't get it on this one. It says comments won't show up unless the stream is public on Facebook. It says by default it is friends only. I didn't know that. So we want this to be amplified across the world. Restore last session. Oh, that's for Sharkmare. Oh, you guys gotta hear Sharkmare. That's so good. It's like, save, sure. I don't understand what just happened. I already sent in the thing and the music's already been released. If you follow me on X, there is a repost that I did of a Sharkmare song, which is really good. The dude that did it, or the artist, I'm sure he was a dude. I saw a video. Yeah, he's a dude. His name is XR at do. Like I said, I'm not here to name drop. You can just go to Stargoat Studios on X, and you can find us there, talking about all things cool and relevant in the world. And we do a lot of repost, original post, and we talk about love, and talk about, just everything. We do follow Mr. Elon Musk, and we are very happy and grateful for all the followers that we get. I try so hard to follow everybody back, but it starts to kind of flood. Like it'll happen all at the same time. And I'm like, wow, it's like a whole group of people all of a sudden. It's like, okay, cool, thanks. So it caps you every couple hours. You have to come back and then follow another group of 50 people. It is quite a bit. The White House made this post, which I think is hilarious, but it took up so much white space on the thing. I'm going to undo the post because I don't read it. It's funny, but it's just this cabinet. I'm going to undo repost because I just posted my own. I don't think anybody's going to like it anyway because there's only a handful of people out there that are like, yeah, I want to make America great again because it was once great and it's not been great for I don't know, the last at least 10, 15, 20 years since a particular date and time when I was 20 some odd years old, living in Germany. There was no internet. I mean, there was internet, but you didn't have internet in Germany, not like that. There's no news on the TV out there. Yeah, I just brought up 9/11 where I was. I was literally in this tiny little town, and when I say tiny, it was a farmhouse on the side of a hill in Schwarzenborn, Germany, and literally got a phone call at was it? It couldn't have been 9 in the morning here. It had to have been 2 in the no, yeah, it was. It was late in the afternoon. We were getting ready to go to work, and got a call, and we got notified to not go to work. Stay home. Stay vigilant. We were under attack. We're we've got these giant spliff joints that we just rolled up because we just came back from Holland. Man. Oh, yeah. we started crying. We were like sad. We were like, man, like we just found out people were like dying, and like we had no idea what. Like there was no radio, no, like I said, no TV, nothing. We were just like, dang, like it really felt like you're just kind of like in the dark back then. Like all the recordings, all the TV, all the broadcasts that we used to get were all pre-recorded, and it was like all like totally controlled. Imagine it still mostly is, for Americans traveling throughout the world. I don't know. You got the internet on your phone. Have you tried your phone in other countries? Yeah, you got to think about that before you start traveling abroad. Is this still going to work? Because I'm telling you, once you leave the premises, you offline now, buddy. Yeah, I've had many German phone accounts, and I've lived there at different phases of my life, and I served, and I was over there. And, you get a lot of training, and there's a lot of different aspects that go into, just existing amongst other humans. And when you have that type of experience, I just me personally start to wonder. I just really do start to wonder about the difference between civilian aspirations and a soldier's aspirations. We're going to talk about that right now. Well, we've gone over our hour mark. I know I'm about to start getting phone calls and knocks on the door, and I am just like up to here with the conversation we were having about the corn dogs. Like I have to go preheat the oven right now, 350 degrees for 20 minutes. Foster Farms, you make the best honey breaded corn dogs. If you want to sponsor Stargoat Studios, Foster Farms, we'll take that sponsorship. I will dunk those in mustard and eat 4 of them, at least 6 on every single episode. That's a lot of corn dogs. I couldn't eat 6. 2 is fulfilling. That is such a good meal right there. Like who does not like a good corn dog? And you guys know I talk about the corn dogs at the park. I haven't done a video on that. My lady, she's like, oh, let's go get corn dogs. I'm like, yeah, but I got to make a video. She's like, can we just go get corn dogs? And I'm like, yeah, I love corn dogs. Processed beef, kosher beef. And even the ones with the parts, those are good too. And the extra slime and stuff, like Spam. Why doesn't Spam have their own hot dogs? I'd eat a Spam dog. Wouldn't you want a Spam dog? I know everybody's like, There probably is a Spam dog. There has to be. Somebody's just shaped it, cut it up to look like a hot dog. But the bun is also Spam, you see? And the lettuce is also Spam. It's just sliced really super thin. What do you mean? You don't put lettuce on your hot dogs? I'm the only one? No, come on. Get over it. No. I can't be the only one to Spam lettuce my hot dog. Lettuce cup. What are we in? 2nd grade? We just discovered the spelling of words makes whole sentences. Right? Lettuce, cup, spell cup, say lettuce. No. Anyways, I'll see myself out. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go do the corn dog thing. I really hope everyone has a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. You are amazing. You're what makes this happen. We're not doing this for money. We're just here to communicate, to talk to one another, to be involved. And the door is open if anybody would like to come in and discuss, tell me that I'm wrong, tell me that I've been copyright infringing their work. I'll talk to you about it. I am very opinionated. I think a lot of people know that. I get that old mute button quite often. Not something to be proud of. I don't mean to offend anybody ever. I'm sorry if I have said something to offend you or the people around you, or if I have caused you any harm. My most sincere, deepest apologies. truly from the heart. This is Stephen Gray here at Starghost Studios, where you are the star and you are the greatest of all time. Much love. Peace. And I will catch y'all on the flip side. I promise I'll be back on more often. I've just been super caught up. Like I said, I'm working on my 2 master's degrees at the same time. And if you're wondering why, stay tuned, because I'll tell you.